Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Live. We're getting towards the end of social distancing now, but the excuse to drink online with my brother never really goes away. So joining me from the Man territory of Dublin is my brother Gareth. Gareth, please say hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am joining you from the metropolis of Mullingar, as I've said to you before, home of the Blizzard, home of the Academic, home of some amazing musicians, and Foster and Allen. Anyway, I digress. Moving swiftly on, we're going to be tasting 3 wines this week from our chill out case. So these are wines that you can chill, red wines you can chill, and white wines you can chill with. This was really meant for what was seen as this amazing sunny weekend to come, like we had a couple of weeks ago, and now we got this. Clouds, and a bit more clouds. But hey, we're going to go on, we're going to enjoy it. Anyway, first one we're moving on to is Riesling from Jean-Luc Matter. Garth, my first question to you, is this sweet, and does Riesling have to be sweet?
No, this Riesling is not sweet, and it doesn't have to be sweet. In fact, this is from Alsace. This is up the Vosges Mountains, just near the German border. It's part of Alsace and Lorraine, that part of the world that kept on transferring in between France and Germany, between Prussian and the World Wars. But as soon as you go up to Alsace, which actually looks very much like Hansel and Gretel sort of territory, the first thing you actually see on the Matter winery is Nous vins en soif. Our wines are dry. These are bone dry wines. It's also like this. This actually comes in this organic and biodynamic. It's hand harvested, and what's really interesting because Riesling again is a great communication of terroir, and 10% of the vines are actually from deconsecrated or deconsecrated or whatever you want to put it, Grand Cru vines. Grand Cru. So like essentially what you're getting something really, really special for here. I really like this, even though it's 2018, and really what I always look for the Riesling is when it tends to age, it almost gets a bit of petroleum on the nose. You get sort of bruised apple, bruised mango, all those sort of like autumnal flavors, and it's there. It's immediately just coming out there, out of the glass at you. And for me, again, when I said I can have this just by itself, it's never really that high in alcohol, Riesling. This is just about 13 degrees alcohol. And for me, always Riesling just by itself or with any sort of Asian food. It goes absolutely perfect. Anything with a bit of spice, it just cuts right through it.
Look, it is absolutely fantastic. And, as kind of Gareth said, it can go with as an aperitif or that kind of idea. If you look at kind of German culture, a lot of time wine is used as the aperitif and beer is used during the meal. Personally disagree with that, but considering there was a change of shirts a couple of times over the last couple of 100 years in that particular area between France and Germany, no wonder you have Rieslings is the great varietal grown there. The question I was going to ask you is does it need a bit of age or whatever? Because so often when you do try Riesling, they don't actually tend to have much to them because there's no age. But this actually, it has a good bit of, as you say, the petroleum on that, even though it's only 18.
Yeah, and again, it comes down to the winemaker. It comes down to how he grows his vines, but also comes down to the terroir. As I said, 10% of this used to be Grand Cru. Grand Cru, basically, how you certify them. It's not like in the left bank of Bordeaux, where you've got all the growths and essentially from Premier down to fifth or sixth, and all those classifications stick with the chateau. This is all about the terroir. It's all about the ground, and for me, it's just wow. It's if you're into Riesling, if you're into something that you want something slightly aromatic, crisp, clean, and you just look for something different, this is a great place to start.
It is, and genuinely, if you're a Pinot Grigio wine drinker, you want to try something different, this is one of the places to start. It's a great variety for me that never, ever disappoints. It always has a little bit more. Now, going on to wine number 2, something about a fish, a wine that goes with fish, a red that goes with fish. Is there a fish involved? Please tell.
Yes, because we did say that we want wines we can chill, and we do Blaufränkisch, which we can chill from Austria. But this is from Catalonia, the Catalan part of France, and Roussillon. And this is Ensemble Fish, which is a play on words. Ensemble Fiche basically means it means they don't fish or we don't fish. It means or we don't give a fuck. Basically, what it means. So this is it's mostly made with Cinsault, and it's actually made by Victor, who's actually a second-generation winemaker. Jean is his dad, and he wanted something that was fun, that you could actually drink out on the beach, out with fish with his friends. And you can see it's very low maceration, so it's actually just a very light wine, a very, very, very light wine. And as a result, this very low maceration has very little bit of tannin, and tannins are those sort of dry things around your gums that actually will react with the oils of fish to give a bit of a metallic taste in your mouth. But you don't have to have this with fish. You can have this with everything. Why? Because it is just, you put your nose into it, and immediately it's just bowling out with like dark cherries, and it is just, it's just immediately just full of summer fun. What really reminds me of on the nose is summer pud fruits. That's what's really. And when you taste it, it's actually, everything needs to be balanced by acidity and tannins, but that's got more crispness. It's more going towards the white wine. So if anyone's a white wine drinker and wants to start drinking red, go on to this. This is next evolution. But for me, summer drinking wine, or any drinking wine, when you just want something light and refreshing, this is absolutely fantastic. And it is Friday.
Yeah. If I could sit in my back garden this weekend, I think this would be the wine that I would be drinking in my back garden. Although if I do that, I might have to sit out in my back garden with a jacket on and like one of those, like, you know, poncho hats that looks like it come with like, you know, a murdering person or whatever from a slasher movie. That's the kind of clothing I'm gonna have to wear to drink this out in the garden myself. Anyway, as I digress on a normal basis. Now, we're moving on to something which is brand new for us in a new grape varietal, a new style of wine, something very different. Who or what is a pet nat?
What is a pet nat? Sorry, as he stretches across. Yes, what was a pet nat? Essentially, pet nat or was a method ancestral or pétillance naturelle is something actually found, they think, in Jura in France, which basically means after the first fermentation happens, because in Champagne you get the first base wine, then second fermentation, that's where you get the bubbles. With this is the first fermentation, it's that's where you get the bubbles from. So what's happened here is that they've gotten the must, which from white wine in particularly, Surtico in particularly, they've cooled down the must, and then what they've done is that they've in spring they put in red wine must. That's the reason why it's pink, and as a result, the fermentation has created bubbles. Now they can vary. They can vary. For example, you get 3 bars pressure or 6 bars pressure. This is 6 bar pressure, which is basically the same champagne. So it's a bit of a knack to opening this.
Yeah, there is quite a knack to open this. If anybody's watched or seen onto our product page or onto our Instagram channels, you would have seen earlier on, kind of during the week, Gareth opening up a bottle of pet nat. So what we're going to do is live going to get him to actually see if he can achieve this. If this does not go well, he's going to kill me, but I'm going to really enjoy it.
Okay, cool. Right, this first thing what you need, cold bottle of pet nat, and so this has been in the fridge this afternoon. 1 bottle opener and 2 glasses of wine. The whole thing about this is that it's got the same amount of atmospheric pressure as I said, champagne, so it's coming straight back up again. So firstly, carefully, as soon as I get a grip on this, there we go. Get a decent bottle opener as well.
So open slowly and pour straight away.
And pour straight away. And the reason why you need to pour straight away is, as you see, you've got a huge amount of ferment coming up there. That is coming up from, there's still some wild yeast in there. There's still some, same atmospheres of pressure as champagne, but that actually gives the wine a bit of extra texture, a bit of extra mousse. And I just think, for me, just absolutely perfect. You always have 2 glasses of wine. Why? Because you're not drinking bubbles by yourself, let's be honest.
No.
And you can see there. Now, it is a little bit cloudy. It is pink. It is perfect. Even for, it's almost got a little bit of a salmon color. And this comes from Camero Wines, which is over in northeastern Greece. Greece going over towards Montenegro. And the reason why there's so much pressure in this, which I think is great, is because it still gives you a bit of mousse to it. It's still, this is better than something champagnes for me. And it's completely natural wine. It's organic and biodynamic, and it is just an absolutely fantastic way to start your weekend.
Yeah, it kind of is, to be honest with you. And I suppose, you know, if anybody's ever in a bad mood and everybody wants to kind of feel a bit better, I was going to think a bottle like this, nobody in their right mind drinks bubbles going, I am in a terrible mood. I am in a terrible mood. No, bubbles will always give you a smile, and it is always kind of an occasion. We should drink bubbles a lot more. As I've said, this is wines that come from our chill out case, which is available on our website now in 6 or 12 bottle selections. We would love to hear your questions. So if you want to send us in anything by direct message at Wines Direct IRL or through Facebook, that is perfectly fine. next week we will be doing something a little bit different, but as we move on and as we move out of lockdown, we will be changing the way that we do this particular segment each week. We will be taking on board what you guys want to say, so maybe getting you to join in and interact with us, getting some winemakers, as Gareth did with Labaron when I was away on holidays in Mullingar, you know, to do something a little bit different. So we really do want to hear what you guys have to say. But Gar, please have a fantastic weekend, chill out, enjoy, and maybe listen to some good tunes. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you. Good to see you. Bye.